Brought to you by Lean Body, the #1 protein shake in gyms across America.
Hey guys, Lee Labrada here at the Labrada Nutrition Gym in Houston, Texas. And it is my great honor to have my good friend, Mel Chancey, with us today. Mel, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Lee. And
Yes.
What a day we've had so far.
We've had a great day. We had a podcast that we did together. So you guys be sure to check that out at the Lee Labrada Show YouTube channel or on Spotify. If you are enjoying your morning drive, you can listen to it on Spotify as well.
Yeah, I think that was an amazing hour and a half. Felt like it was 10 minutes,
right?
And of us fellowshipping and talking about our journey with the Lord and the bodybuilding. And part 2 here is exciting for me because this is a man that I looked up to and was an icon to me back in the day, flipping the muscle magazines. I'm going to date us, Lee, but flipping the muscle magazines, the flex magazines. And now I get to train with Lee, my first time training with Lee. So this is surreal to me as coming as that young Mel Chancey flipping the magazines, and here I get to lift the weights with you.
You are too kind, Mel.
I love that.
Thank you for that. And today we are going to be training back. So follow us. We're going to go to the first exercise, which is lat pull downs.
Yeah.
Up high. Did that get your shoulder?
Here we got one.
Here you go. Take that one.
Gotcha.
And I got one over here.
Perfect. We call it in my house when I went off to college, but the penitentiaries, and a lot of them didn't have any weights in there, Lee.
Right. So
everything was calisthenics, body stuff.
Yeah.
And I learned in there curling a bag full of water.
Wow.
But maybe curling it, 50, 60 reps until the failure came in, right? And I was like, wow, this is pretty good. The body, the muscles don't have eyes. It just knows time under tension.
Exactly.
Right? So that's kind of what it showed me too, like, let me be strict. And then when I came home, that's how I always train, just like this, very strict.
100%. And listen, we're training on some of the best equipment I've ever seen in here, but I will tell you that those times when you don't have access to the equipment, you have to get innovative, and you'd be surprised how much you can do with calisthenics.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm talking push-ups, I'm talking crunches in the hotel room when you're traveling. Nowadays the gyms in the hotels are pretty decent, but if there's not a gym, that doesn't mean I'm not going to work out.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to do body weight squats. I'm going to do push-ups. I'm going to do crunches in the hotel room.
Yeah.
You got to keep moving, right, buddy?
Keep it moving.
You got to keep it moving.
And I seen that. I seen in some of the penitentiaries some dudes with amazing physiques.
Oh yeah.
And they were eating ramen noodles and peanut butter.
It's crazy.
But they were training.
But the genetics are, amazing stuff.
When our brother Branch sees this, he's going to be like, we need to all get together and kill that stuff. Branch. We got to go crazy.
Well, he's just up in Dallas.
Yeah, he said he was an hour or something from here, hour and some change.
Actually, that drive to Dallas is closer to 3.5, 4 hours.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
I had him out here last week.
Yep.
Yeah, and we got an arm workout together.
I told you what he told me.
It was nice.
Best podcast he's ever done.
Oh, man.
His words.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. He's really just a great guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, great champion. And you know what I mean by that? Not just a champion bodybuilder, but
all the way around.
Just a
family.
A champion at life.
Life, yeah.
Yeah.
Businessman.
Yeah.
Family.
All right, Mel. How's that feeling?
Great.
Yeah, buddy.
My lats are like, what are you doing? You're training again?
This Nautilus pull down.
Okay.
I like to do a little bit of isolation work on the lats. This machine allows me to do that. Kind of one at a time. When you think of isolation work on one side of the body, a lot of people tend to think of concentration curls and that.
For sure. Yeah.
But there's a lot to be said for doing concentration type exercises on upper body muscles, the bigger ones as well.
Yeah.
So
and I've always been a fan of nice and controlled and not hurting myself.
Right. So the whole idea is to drive that elbow down and back.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the the back arch, chest high.
Yeah.
Drive the elbow down and back.
Pull with that lat.
Yep, get a really nice contraction on that lat.
Yeah.
How many times a week do you work your back, Mel?
I train the body parts once every 10 days these days.
Once every 10 days?
Once every 10, yeah.
Works good for you, yeah?
Yeah, works good. So you were rotating, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and just rotating and bringing that elbow down and back. Yep, just like that. We've come a long way since those days back in the, in the 80s, loading all those plates on that bent over row.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or sitting on an old gym floor and pulling the old cement weights down. Remember the with the sand in them, Lee?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm used to that. Boy, a good stretch here.
All right, come on. Here we go. Good. Mel, I think every time you pull that weight down, the tattoo, that gal's eye keeps winking at me.
Yeah.
It's like winking at me. Or is that your muscle flexing?
It might be a little bit of might have a little bit of a bump going on, Lee.
It's crazy.
It's an amazing one.
This is what I was talking about right here. See, I think she keeps winking at me. All right, my man. Here we go. Good. Mel, what's the heaviest you've ever been?
290.
290 pounds.
290
Holy
pounds.
smokes. And how much are you going these days?
230.
230?
You know what's funny?
Fighting weight.
All my friends were telling me back in the day, you got to gain 10 more pounds. We got to see that 300.
Isn't that bodybuilder mentality?
That's the mentality,
10 more
right?
pounds. 10 more pounds.
And I told these guys, I can't gain 1 more pound. I can't eat another piece of food, you know?
Yeah. A lot of steaks, right?
A lot of I pounded the red meat.
Yeah.
My old longtime dear friend, Mike Matarazzo, taught me that.
Yeah.
Red meat game, Lee.
Right on.
The red meat game. And boy, was it great for packing size on.
Yeah, you think it worked?
It worked great.
Yeah.
I ate 12 ounces of steak 4 times a day.
4 times a day?
Back in the day.
Holy smokes, man. That is literally 3 pounds of meat a day.
Yeah, which is why I can't eat it today. I can't.
You don't like steak anymore?
No, I lost the taste for it, the texture in my mouth, and it just feels so weird. I haven't ate steak since 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so is it just a health thing? Is that why you...
No, I just ran out of I was a big filet guy, loved filet.
Yeah.
And when I came home from prison in 2008, me and my wife went to the steakhouse, my favorite steakhouse, and I cut into that filet, and man, Lee, it was just the texture kind of turned me off.
Just didn't like it.
Thought I was having an off day.
Yeah, that's your body telling you don't need it anymore.
I don't need it. And then, as we get older.
You can go through, and as you get older, you develop a food allergy or an intolerance or whatever, you know. And you got to listen to your body, right?
Which is great, because as we get older and age, and that red meat is hard to digest for us these days.
It's hard to digest.
Especially if you're pounding it, you know.
You know, something that I've used all my life are these digestive enzymes.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I started taking those things when I was like 18 years old.
Yeah. They're so good for you, right?
Yeah. So I'll typically take a digestive enzyme like with my heaviest meal of the day.
Yeah.
Or if I know I'm going to go out and I'm going to have something heavy, a big fillet or something like that.
Take some nice digestive enzymes.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
Feels good.
Good. Look good, man. Here we go. All right, one more.
Boy, this can really isolate it, huh?
Yeah, you feel it?
100%.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Good. All right, here we go. Good. No, you got a big rib cage, man.
That's what everybody's. I know.
Holy smokes.
There's the problem, though.
Is that a genetic thing? It's got to be a genetic.
As we get older,
yeah,
the rib cage stays big.
Yeah.
The chest starts shrinking. The legs start shrinking. And you got that top heavy look, right? I don't know what I contribute that to. If I contribute to
I think it's a genetic
all
thing.
of the deadlift and it's big because when I was younger and growing, I got so front to back. I was so
Were
deep.
you a big kid?
No, I was the 5'10", 170 pound, 16, 17-year-old, had the abs, but I think I had the good genetics to bodybuild.
Of course.
And then I could eat. But people used to say to me when I was 290, they're like, Mel, you're so thick from front to back. Right. So the depth,
Were you a good bench presser?
Yes, I was. And then, of course, much later in life, in 2002, I ripped the pec. Yeah. On the left side, I was benching.
How much did you have on there?
500, like a knucklehead. I was 500
pounds.
I was training with a power lifter, like a knucklehead, and I ripped the left pec. And then in 2009, I ripped a little bit of my right pec, and I did that in a fight.
Yeah, of all things, right?
When we're so lean.
Yeah.
And you throw, and I caught it and ripped a little section of my pec. This was the deep one. This was the bench one.
Got it.
But the doctor said he didn't want to do anything to it because I didn't rip it off the tendon. I frayed it,
Right.
So he goes, cosmetically, I go, we know later in life, cosmetically, we're going to not look good. Are we?
Yeah, let's go down.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
All right. All right, here we go. Last one.
Okay.
Good, Mel. Good deal. Mel, you were telling me about that bodybuilding show that you got coming up, the one that you're promoting.
Yes.
You said it's like, what is some crazy number, like 300 athletes?
So the Holiday Classic, which is December, I believe this year, people are going to laugh, but I think it's the 19th, whatever that Saturday is of that right there.
Yeah.
All
right, let's go.
That's called the Mel Chancey Holiday Classic. And that is the biggest show, not only in Florida, but all the surrounding states.
Right.
Last year's numbers, we did 6 and some change with crossovers, Lee.
600.
300 and some small change hard.
Wow.
So it was funny because
crazy.
Tyler Mannion was like, if that show keeps growing, we're going to have to put you in a 2-day category.
A 2-day category.
I said, no thanks, Tyler.
No 2 days.
No. So we laugh and say, that show is like a Texas show, right? Because, Texas size. You guys here have always big numbers.
We got some big ones.
Yeah.
And we got a show coming up August 1st. The Labrada Classic.
The Labrada Classic coming up.
Big one.
And it's funny because, the holiday show, we get so many bodybuilders.
Now,
and as a promoter.
Do you call it the holiday show because during the holiday?
Yeah, we call it the Mel.
Do you think that it attracts so many athletes because it's the last show of the season?
I think maybe the last show of the year for the NPC period.
Right.
And they're qualified for the whole entire next year.
For next year.
Yeah, because you think a week before Christmas,
right,
or 10 days before Christmas sometimes, fall's always different. Last year it was on the 20th.
Right.
So 4 days before Christmas, or 21st, 21st. And we broke the record from the year before.
So these competitors will compete 4 days before Christmas, and then as watch how they're going to eat anything that's not nailed down, including the Christmas cookies.
And you know what I found out? A lot of them come and they make a holiday out of it. Florida.
Right.
It's cold everywhere else.
Yeah.
So they come to Florida.
So vacation.
Of course, as a vacation.
That's kind of cool.
So, but who would have thought back in our day, nobody was competing after Thanksgiving?
Oh, I know.
Now they're competing 4 days before.
There's a lot more shows nowadays.
Oh, for sure.
All right, so Mel, this is obviously, as you can see, a pull-down machine. What I like about it is that it's not table. It's actually has the lever arms, which kind of gives it an unusual parabolic type of a feel. Mm-hmm. And the force curve is just different than you experience on a traditional lat pull down. Mm-hmm. So we really like this machine.
Yeah, I never used one.
It's really different. It's almost like a pull down and a pull over at the same time. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's kind of a wild feeling.
Yeah, I never used one with the flex handles like that, right?
All right.
And you just kept your hands like this, huh?
Yeah, you can really position them almost any way you want. I tend to turn them as I come down. Yeah, there you go. Just whatever's comfortable.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
Great.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total different grip if you were just using the bar, you know?
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a parabolic.
Yeah, it does, like it's on an arch, right?
Yeah, like it's, Good. You feel back was one of your strong suits?
Yeah, I was able to get my back very deep and thick, and I was very strong with it. And, you know.
Now, you won Mr. Illinois.
Yeah, I won the Illinois twice. I won it in 04.
Yeah.
And then I won it back in 09 when I came home from prison because I was 40.
That's cool.
So,
that's cool.
You know, my friend that owns USA Gym, Chuck Sano, my longtime friend, was like, do it one more time. Do it as you come home, and you're 40 years old. And so I did that. But that's as far as I took it. You know, yeah, like I said, when I was young and flipping the magazines, I was a bodybuilding fan. But then once I met the guys in the gym and the bikers, and they took me in that direction, I started getting tattooed.
Right.
So that was never, you know, where me and Cutler always laughed. And he said, Mel, you know, if you would have took the different path and got your pro card, you could have been a top contender with us, because I was able to get everything. I was able to get legs, back, chest. I was able to get so deep thickness.
Right.
The thickness I got, you know, back when I was 290, I had 21.5-inch arms, and you know,
that's a big arm.
It's a big arm, yeah. And you know, it's weird to see that on a biker guy, right? Like, you know, I look like a pro bodybuilder running the biker lifestyle.
All right, my friend, here we go. Good. Yeah. Good, Mel. Looking good, buddy. Here we go. There it is. That was the one.
Yeah, that's
good. Good. All right.
Yep.
So this is like the third set, right?
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. Here we go.
Lee, it's crazy. Your arms are still so striated.
Oh, thank you.
Man.
That's that good diet that Robin feeds me.
For a good diet and all that mature muscle, you know, I gotta, like The Rock was saying, like Dwayne was saying when I showed him the picture of you and Hunter, and he goes, man, Lee looks incredible. When I grow up, I want to look like him, he says, you know, and I was laughing. I go, he's constantly in shape. You know, when he first seen you in the picture, it was you and Robin, I remember, told you it was years ago.
We were on the beach.
Voicemail. You guys were on the beach.
Yeah, you sent me that voicemail. That was really nice of him.
And he hit me up and left me that voice text, and he goes, I'm scrolling through, sitting here. He goes, did you see this picture yet? And I said, no, I didn't. He goes, look at Lee. How old is he? And then I told him your age, and he's like, unbelievable. He goes,
I think I was like 63 at the time.
Yeah, it was only a handful of years, a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah. So, but you know, here's the thing. Next year, this is what's really interesting. I don't know if I told you this or not, but next year it will be 50 years for me that I have been bodybuilding.
50.
Yeah. When I turned 66, I started when I was 16.
16. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's been a lifestyle for me.
For sure.
Yeah. And so you know, if you keep it going, it's always easier to keep things going than to start and stop, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, same with me. I started really knowing what I was doing at 16.
Right.
When I met them boys in the gym, and they showed me that whole how to train right. So I'm 56, so I'm not great at math, but I've been doing it for quite some time.
Yes, you have. You look great.
Yeah, I feel, you know, like you said, it's a lifestyle. I train.
It is.
You know, like I said, I don't train the body part once a week. I go about 10 days.
Yeah.
I give it a little rest, just with all my tears and my aches.
Yeah, you know, aches and pains and that kind of thing.
And then if I train the body part every week, I tend to grow a little bit again.
Right.
And I'm just trying to
you're
keep
trying
that
to
Olympic swimmer look these days. Yeah.
Keep your boyish good look.
Of course, sure. The Abercrombie look, I call it.
Good pump, right?
Of course. We got enough food in us to make sure we get everything to get pumped.
Yeah, we got some food to burn off.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So this next one is this is a hammer machine. It's a low row hammer machine.
Mm-hmm.
And It's really, really good for getting a contraction into that lower lat. Yeah, and it can be done one of both ways. I mean, it can be done single-handed, you know, or it can be done double. I think I'm going to stick with double, at least for the start here.
That's how I always did these, the double, you know, nice and strict on the double.
Yep. And the idea here is to not round your back, but to keep your chest up.
Yeah, and pull from that lower back.
Pull from that lower back.
You know, once I learned how to really work the back and engage the back and stop lifting ego back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, did my back grow.
Yeah, and you know what? I like that term, lifting ego.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times guys use a lot heavier weights than they really should be using. You know, and at the end of the day, a muscle can't see that weight. It can only feel the tension.
We say that. I say
and the stress that you put on it's just a tool, man, you know?
I say the muscle don't have eyes, right?
Yeah, muscle don't have eyes. You know, of course, you want to get stronger.
Of course,
but you want to try try to use bigger weights and increase the resistance, but never the sacrifice of the form.
Of course,
yeah.
And you will get stronger doing strict reps, and the body will, the muscle will get stronger.
100%.
You know,
yeah. In fact, I was just mentioning that earlier today, just how strict the form Hunter uses for all of his exercises, which I think has been one of the key reasons that he has stayed relatively injury-free.
Injury-free, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the guys we were talking about that didn't have to lift all that crazy heavy weight, and they were able to grow.
Yeah.
By being strict.
Those are the ones that are staying healthy nowadays. You know, amongst my cohorts, the ones that lifted intelligently.
Yeah.
I mean, prime example, Lee Haney.
Yeah.
Very, to the best of my knowledge, no training injuries, or issues.
Yeah, he was a good strict form guy.
Yeah. You're good. You're good. Listen.
Man, Lee, your biceps, the muscle bellies are still so deep, and
thank you, man.
And you, like we talked about, you don't have any bodybuilding injuries, so to say.
I don't.
Right?
By the grace of God, no.
Yeah.
No bodybuilding injuries so far. I've had the occasional small muscle tear from doing things outside of bodybuilding. Like I had a wakeboarding accident. Wakeboarding behind a boat. Where I damaged a lat.
Yeah.
But nothing that keeps me from being in the gym doing what I need to do. Actually, none of that stuff happened while I was competing.
When I tore this bicep low and they cut it, I got the bolts in back in the day, they put you in a cast, right? I cut it there. I was in Chicago, so I had a good doctor. I did that in the ring wrestling with Hulk and the boys.
Right.
I was so big, so lean.
So I got to ask you, how did it feel to get in the ring with Hulk Hogan?
It was an amazing experience. Of course,
were you like, oh my God, I'm going to get killed, or it's like I'm going to show this guy?
He was taking his time with me, because that was the direction at one point I thought he wanted me to go, and I thought kind of I was going to go into. I might have went into the WCW he was at the day and stuff like that. So he was taking his time with me, but when you're bodybuilding big like that and you're fairly lean at the same time, like we were talking last night with Robin at dinner. That's what that's for. That's it. The muscles are so tight. They're like a rubber band anyways. And when you get in there and start moving, and you need to be limber like that, and we're not limber. Everything we do tightens the muscle up, right? It kind of shortens it up, tightens it up. And then you want to go around and run that ring and do moves and everything. And one wrong move is something's popping on us.
Yeah.
So it's hard to, to do that,
All right, Mel, here we go. Last one. Good. Good. Good, Mel. Here we go. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, good job.
Great pump. It's so amazing how, as we get older and we're training, how little bit we need to get that pump again, right? I'll be in the gym and I'll have some youngsters over at the house, right, Lee? And And we'll start training, and they go, man, how do you pump up so quick like
Chancey,
that?
how do your arms blowing up like that?
I said, it's muscle memory. It's what we, it's what we get as we train so long.
That's
as
right.
Old timers, the muscle has memory. It's funny, when I started downsizing 9-10 years ago, coming from 290, I brought it down in increments. So my clothes were going from 3X to 2X to XL, and we were getting me new wardrobes.
Right.
And then about 3 years ago, I started training a good friend of mine, a youngster from the gym who I seen had some potential.
Right.
And I go, this guy, if anybody could get a pro card, this kid could do it, this kid Corbin. So I started training with him, the old school way and everything. And one time I come home, and my wife sees me every day, of course, and she looks at me and she goes, you can barely fit in these clothes. You're getting bigger again. And I go, I don't really think so. She goes, I know so. She goes, we just spent thousands of dollars downsizing your wardrobe, and we gave all your old stuff away. Enough.
That's enough.
You know what I mean? So
She's trying to take your weights away, huh?
That old muscle memory starts to come back, right? Like if I trained once a week.
But honey, it's the M&Ms.
It's the M&Ms.
The candy, no, the muscle memory.
You start training again once a week, and all of a sudden you start getting hungrier. We start eating more food. That muscle's going to start popping on us again, right?
Right.
Because we have all that old muscle memory.
That's right.
It
happens.
Yeah.
I love it when that happens.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Last one, bro. Good. That's fantastic. Good. Yeah, there we go. All right, my man. How do you feel?
Ooh, I feel good.
That's good, right?
I feel good, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Heck yeah. Okay, we got our blood going?
Got our blood going. We're knocking off some of the...
You think we knocked out some of the calories from lunch?
If we had to do if you said we're going to do some T-bar rows or some bent over rows, I think I would have threw up. And we ate clean. I mean, we just had a clean meal.
It was fish.
We just had a lot of it.
Yeah, we just had a lot of it.
The portions were great.
That's for sure.
I was telling you as we were out here, living in a small city in Florida, it's great and it's quiet where I'm at, and I'm on the beach and it's great, but the restaurants are limited to where you come to here.
Sure.
And I'm coming in from the airport. And yesterday when you're driving, what was his name? Adam?
Adam. Yeah.
Great guy. And I'm leaving the airport. I'm walking through. I haven't been to this Houston airport. This is the first time because I fly into Dallas for nationals.
Right?
Yeah. I go into Dallas, right? When I go to nationals.
Yeah, DFW.
Going into this Houston airport, and I'm walking through and I go, geez, I know I'm going to eat with Lee in a little bit. I go, every restaurant's in here.
Yes.
Like I wanted to go in 5 different spots. I'm like, look at this airport, right?
Yeah, we got a lot of
A
restaurants.
lot of stuff.
Here,
In my airports are Fort
do.
Myers or Sarasota, and they're very small airports in Florida by me. I mean, the great thing is you're in and out.
Mel, it's such a pleasure to be able to grab a workout with you. Yeah, it's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time.
And me too. Me too.
So it's really cool to finally be able to train with you.
This was the exciting. The podcast was great, and I think we did hit a grand slam with what we talked about. But the training with you, and seeing them pictures in your office, and remembering ripping out a magazine with you on and sticking it on the wall with some glue in the gyms, and Lee Haney, that shot he had over the sewer cap.
Oh my word!
Remember that one?
Yeah,
right over the sewer cap.
Like a jumbo 747, right?
And to be where I'm at now, I say this: if God Himself would have came to me 20 years ago and said, let me show you the future, I would have said, are you hallucinating? You know what I mean? Come on, that's not going to happen. And here I am,
that's great.
Helping run the IFBB, the NPC, and getting to train with the likes of you.
100%. I'm so glad that God made our paths cross.
Me too.
Yeah, you're a brother.
Yeah, I love you, brother. Thank you.
Thanks for the workout.
Yes.
And guys, I hope that you enjoyed the back and bicep workout today here at Labrada Nutrition Gym. You guys be sure to check out Mel Chancey at Mel Chancey 316
on Instagram.
On Instagram. Yeah. He's got an incredible daily devotional that he does there. He's got an upcoming movie and documentary being made on his life by Dwayne Johnson. You'll get more details on that if you go to the Lee Labrada Show podcast that we did today. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to check out the Labrada Nutrition IG. Be sure to check out Lee Labrada Official IG. Hope to see you guys there. Until next time, I'm Lee Labrada and my friend Mel Chancey. God bless. God bless.